Nasiphi Same is in Nyanga in the Western Cape. Now, this is where 8 people have been shot and killed in 2 separate mass shootings over the past few days. Police in the Western Cape investigating the deaths of those 8 people who were shot in 2 separate mass shootings over the past few days. Sunday afternoon, 4 people gunned down in Nyanga in an incident believed to be a revenge attack for the murder of a family of 4 from Tsolo last week. Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi Same joins us now for more. Nasiphi, good morning. I'd love to hear also what the sense in the community is like. This is nothing new for the community that you're in, that you're crossing to us from this morning. Shootings, innocent bystanders being caught up in acts of violence. What are people saying around you given this bloody weekend that they've just experienced?
Well, Iman, you put it quite nicely, a bloody weekend for Cape Town townships who have once again turned into battlegrounds. You touched on the case in Khayelitsha, where 4 people were gunned down. 3 of those people were minors, the youngest being a 4-year-old. Less than 24 hours later, Sunday afternoon, a mass shooting in Nyanga. And we understand that 4 people were gunned down, and as you put it, it's alleged that it was linked to a mass shooting that occurred in the Eastern Cape in Tsolo. And in Khayelitsha, when we spoke to the community there, many highlighted how they are living in fear and called for those that are in positions of power when it comes to safety and security to intervene. But to talk to us about this particular case in Nyanga, I'm joined by the CPF chairperson here, secretary rather, in Nyanga, Dumisani Kwebe. How is the community feeling following this mass shooting? A week or rather a month prior, there was another mass shooting that claimed 4 people.
Good morning to you and the viewers. This shooting that took place on Sunday left the community so shocked, as we were saying that at least now getting relieved in terms of the matters in our areas. Unfortunately, those that were shot on that day, they were coming from the meeting that they had, preparing going to Eastern Cape for those that were gunned down in Tsolo. After the meeting, they were attacked. 4 of them were shot dead. And yet now we are still saying to anyone who can come forward, please let us have information so that those who are implicated in these matters can be arrested. Remember, for those that have been already dead, the challenge is that the living community are the ones who are the victims of crime, because they don't know who's next in this mass shooting. And we're also appealing to everybody in South Africa. Guys, it is not on that when we've got differences, we take people's life. We should sit down and discuss these issues, not taking people's life. Remember, once you do so, it becomes a revenge to others. So we don't want to live in the revenge society. We should be in a peaceful society where we can say we are able to resolve our differences just by negotiating only.
But this is not the first mass shooting this community has had to face. Less than about a month ago, 4 people were again gunned down in this community.
Yes, actually it is true. But we are still saying again, ours to give confidence and hope to the community that we will speak to our law enforcement agencies to say how can we beef up the standard of policing and make sure how can we be then visible in this community so that we can be able to say we are in a safer environment. But we're also appealing to the community to come forward and work with SAPS so that we can be able to say we are reaching the state of being in a safer environment. For now, really, it's hectic, especially to the families of those who passed on, because they are the ones who are the victims. They don't know who's the next person will be attacked, when the person will be attacked. Remember those that were shot on Sunday, they were coming from the meeting, preparing to go and bury those that were shot in Eastern Cape. So those that were so likely not to be shot, they are in fear of saying, can we go down to Eastern Cape or not? So those are the challenges that we need to look at as the community.
And unlike the Khayelitsha shooting where the person opened fire randomly, we understand that this one, it was targeted. You know, they found a group of people and they targeted the individuals that they were looking for.
Actually, it seems like as a planned one. Remember, when you start to plan things, you sit down and look and see when can you do this. It was like a planned one, this one of Saturday, because after the meeting, people are starting to sit separately, then the shooting started to take place, which means it was planned.
What are the solutions that is coming from the community, or rather the mood that is in that community, and also what solutions are they putting on the table when it comes to mass shootings?
Yesterday, I was speaking to the ward councillor and other stakeholders that we need to sit down and ensure that we work together and go back to the community and say to them, let us work together and ensure that in such incidents, we all get to understand we need one another so that we can be able to say in the near future, we address these issues before they take place.
We'll have to leave it there. Dumisani Kwebe, Nyanga Secretary, CPF there, talking to us about this particular mass shooting. Once again, a month later, the community is again having to deal with a mass shooting and living in fear. But we will also be speaking to the Social Justice Coalition, who have advocated on numerous occasions for the Khayelitsha Commission recommendations to be implemented when it comes to policing in the townships of Cape Town, saying that if those recommendations, which are about 12 of them, were implemented, we could possibly see a reduction of crime. However, we are hoping to also speak to the SAPS in the province as to what plans they have, not only to ensure that communities in the townships are feeling safe, but also how they plan to tackle the mass shootings that we've seen in the recent months. In April, in Khayelitsha, 8 people gunned down, and this past Saturday, 4 people gunned down. Here in this community, about a month ago, 4 people were gunned down in a mass shooting. And then on Sunday again, 4 people. And if I count correctly, that's about 20 people that have been gunned down or have lost their lives due to the mass shootings that we've seen playing out in the streets of Cape Town Township since April.
Nasiphi Same, thank you very much for that update live for us there from Nyanga in the Western Cape.